Is the Osprey Exos pack really a solid lightweight choice? Let's take a closer look at its features and show you how it packs up for a summer trip.
This is the large, extra large in the Exos 58, and it comes in at 2.91 pounds, which is significantly less than the Atmos 50, which I think mine crested at just a bit over 5 pounds, which for an empty pack, 5 pounds is kind of a lot. So, although people think 2.9 pounds is a lot for a pack. As you can see, there's no zipper pocket for like a sleeping bag pouch. Doesn't have that at all. But it does have this extra strapping. Kelly likes to yell at me because it always comes hanging down. I probably should remove it since I don't use it, but it's there if you need it. I was a little worried that the suspension wouldn't be as breathable. I like how it sits off your back, but this one, I think it's equally as good suspension wise. I can stick my hand completely through my back there. My back's completely dry, and we've been hiking for like 4 hours. The load lifters pull it nice and close on the top. That snugs up real nice. Seems to actually snug up a little nicer than the Atmos did. I think the biggest change I've noticed so far, it seems to be rounder, has more girth. Shoving my sleeping bag in there sideways was always a pain in the butt. You had to really jam it in there. On this Exos, I push it in, slide it in, and it just pops right in. It actually has so much room that I actually carry Kelly's bag. It's just extra huge, and it actually fits pretty easy in this bag. It has adjustments here, so you can adjust where your upper straps fit. So you just turn the buckle, move down, slide it in, and that's it. And the other side. Pretty simple. Nice thing about this is it does include a trekking pole holder. It's got this bungee strap with kind of a plastic bit on there. And this is where you put the bottom of your trekking poles. And up here, you just wrap them around like that. And that way, if you want to take a break, you can actually use both hands. You can eat something while you're hiking. On the top, it does have a removable brain. There is one internal pocket here, and you can take off the brain by unattaching it here if you wanted to. And they did include an extra flap that could cover the top if you didn't have your brain. Unfortunately, this is not removable. This is built in. There's only one big pocket on the top. It does have a water bladder pouch in the back and then a spot to bring your hose out. Here's where your water pouch could go. This is the hole. I really like the top closures on these because you just grab this and yank and it's open, and then to close it you just grab it. Just like on most other Ospreys, they have this red strap that you can cinch down. If you look in here, there's just one big huge pocket, but you can see how big around it is. It's really big. This is everything that goes in my bag, and I'll show you how it fits in here. First thing I do, we always put in an Ilaflume bag just to keep everything dry. I'm gonna take my quilt, put it in here, and then we're gonna shove it in the bottom, turn it sideways, like that. Next to go in, Patagonia Micropuff, and then this is the Patagonia R1 extra clothes bag. We knew it wasn't gonna be cold last night. I just brought my little Patagonia windbreaker. There is the Trekology pillow. We'll throw that in there. And that's about all that we care about keeping dry. We'll roll that up. Just make sure you push all the air out. The Helinox Chair Zero. So depending on if you have room or not, this can go on the outside. I have so much room that I just throw it, and it fits nice and sideways. And then we have our sleeping pad, which we couldn't quite get back in the bag, so we'll do that when we get home. That goes right in there. I have the good majority of stuff, and I still have half the amount of space. And next comes the gigantic food bag. Like we tuck this in the top part. We'll throw our electronics bag. We have one fire starter, emergency blanket. And for this big outside pocket, we've got our little folding table, a little cutting board, which we used last night to make some dinner. We just slide those in there. There's our poop kit, trowel, toilet paper. We did have a fire last night. We brought this knowing that we would cut some stuff up. Make sure you're putting it in where it will be protected if it does come open. Our sit pad, our water bag, which I normally keep up in the brain as well, so it's super easy to get to. We'll just shove that in there. The sticks, they slide down through here. Make sure that it doesn't get caught. A bear spray. Put my water bottle in here. This ground cloth oftentimes is wet, so I will just fold it up and shove it in the outside here. So you can see how big this pocket gets, and it still has plenty of room. We forgot about the rain fly. We're gonna put that in the inside. So you can see 58 liters goes a long ways. And this bag size worked really well for our trip to Rainier, where we each had a really big food bag because there was no resupplies or anything. To show you a size comparison, next to Kelly's pack, and she has the Hyperlite Unbound 40. You can see that it's considerably bigger. So hers has a 40-liter chamber and another 10 liters on the outside, where this has a much bigger inside chamber here. We really like Osprey's gear. They make really good stuff, and I think you'll like them. I can highly recommend the Exos series if you're looking for a slightly lighter weight pack than your traditional pack. Go watch this video next. You can find us at exploretrekadventure.com, and we'll see you next time.